Hi, it's Deanna from Futures Past, and yes, I just saved an earthworm. I don't know, I love nature, and this little guy was on the cement, and I just put him in the dirt. I didn't touch him. I picked him up with a stick, and hopefully he'll burrow back down and will be a survivor and avoid the birds. So, yeah, so today I'm going to talk to you about like life and things, and I'm sure most of you could care less. You'd rather watch paint peel, but I thought I'd let you know a little bit more about me for the people that really care. And I'm very shy. I have anxiety disorder, and I really don't like to be on camera. So if you ever see me on camera, it's a rarity. So instead, we'll just look at, I don't know, things, things in my yard. So yeah, so I used to work in a really stressful environment. I used to work in the banking industry. I made good money. And one day, the stress just got to me. I was bringing it home with me. And, it just got a little rough. And I said, the heck with this. I'm going to do something that I don't bring stress home with me. And I don't take it out on my family. And I'm going to get an easy job. So I decided to work at a big box store. And I'm not going to tell you the name of it, but it was a big box pet store. And I love animals. So I decided to get a job there. And I realized it was stressful. And life is filled with stressors, We all have to deal with garbage and bull crap and what have you. But this, I was bringing it home with me because I cared. And the problem was I really cared about animals. And I really cared about the customers and the people. And then I realized that the problem was, it wasn't with the customers. It wasn't really with anything in particular except for the management. It wasn't the store managers per se, but it was the company. It was the main bigwigs of the company. All it was to them was profit, profit, profit. Make us more money, make us more money. And they paid us peanuts, and yeah, I get it. I got a minimum wage job. And sure, that you get what you pay for, and unfortunately, I'm one of those people that I have work ethic. I was always brought up in a way where I'm supposed to be responsible and care, and if anyone employs me, I want to do the best job that I can do, regardless of how much you pay me. So I cared too much, I think. And the problem was every single day, we had from the upper level management quotas to fill. We had to sell more and make the stockholders happier. And the problem was these stores were always short-staffed, and there was never any help. So say a huge store the size of a football field was open during the day, which was our store. It was gigantic, and they only had 3 people working. Can you imagine that? A store that big with 3 people working. And when I say 3 people, it consisted of a manager, me, the cashier, and one other person on the floor. And the other person on the floor was responsible for getting all the stock out, cleaning the store, handling the customers if they needed help, helping pet parents find products. And the manager had to do paperwork and do other office work. And 9 times out of 10 had to come out of the office to go help us because we had lines out the back of the door and complaining customers because things, they needed help. And there was nobody on the floor to help them. And every day we got emails from the upper brass saying we had to sell dog training classes, we had to sell more products, we had to sit there and try to up our sales. And it was never happening. And the reason it was never happening was because how can you operate a business with no help? And I stuck it out for 6 long years. And in those 6 long years, excuse the noise in the background, I realized something. The animals in the store that we sold weren't being taken care of. And it really drove me crazy because I love animals. And we all did our best. And imagine, at the end of the night, we had loads of things to finish when the store was closed. And these poor animals weren't getting taken care of properly. There was a lot of sick animals. And the upper brass did let us take them to vets when they were sick, but not as often as we'd like to. They gave us quotas about how much money we can spend with the store budget, and sometimes we would have to treat the animals ourselves. And we're not veterinarians, We don't have a medical license for animals. And a lot of these animals were sick and dying. And I saw a lot of suffering going on. And I did my best. And what little coworkers I had did their best. And after a while, I was bringing it home with me every day. And I said, I'm not happy. And that's why I decided, that's it. I'm going to start selling antiques. Antiques are what make me happy. And the funny part is, and I'm not trying to brag here, but if I sell one item, just one item, what happens is I make more profit by selling one item than what I made in 2 weeks of working at that big box store, who was extremely stingy in their pay. And so that's what I do, and that's why I sell antiques. And I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about me. And you know, sometimes money is not worth it. The stress is not worth it. And I'm going to do the best I can to be the best antique dealer out there. And I'm going to make sure all my dreams come true. I'm not going to let one of these stuffy big box corporations take over my life and pay me peanuts and make me do the work of 3 people. That is over, and I quit my job this past July, and I've been so much happier, so much more relaxed, so much less stressed out, and I'm enjoying my life now. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about me, a little bit more about my life. Not that many of you care. I'm going to probably get a thumbs down, but so be it. So thanks for watching. If you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and subscribe.